As I was saying earlier, stage 0, if you're lucky enough to have it caught at stage 0, that's when it's found only in the top layer of the air passage. Surgery can be done to remove the cancerous cells. And at stage 1, most of the time, they do a lobectomy, or they can remove part of the lung. That can be done. After removal, the tumor is tested to see if the cells have gone to the edge of that area. If it has, then generally the tumors have spread, started to spread throughout the body. So then they'll do like chemotherapy or radiation to kill any of the cells. If you're a stage 2, depending on the size of the tumor, if it's over like 3 centimeters, and if it has spread to nearby lymph nodes, surgery is usually still an option depending on how much it's spread. But at stage 2, you still can have surgery. A lobectomy many times is done. Strangely enough, it sounds strange, but lung removal, they remove the entire lung, like the left side of the lung. There are people out there with one lung. It's very scary to think that, and you almost think that can't be possible, but if it's taken over, the the lining, and they just have to remove the whole lung. At stage 3, that's when the cancer spread to the nearby lymph nodes and above the collarbone, and there are usually 2 or more separate tumors in the lung. Not always. In my case, I only have 1 tumor in my lung, but in any case, at stage 3, that's when they're at more than one place. It's not localized anymore. It's in the lymph nodes. And it also is outside of the lung, into the center of the chest, and has gone to nearby organs, is affecting nearby organs. And at stage 3, surgery is generally not an option. The thoracic surgeon, will determine that. If they do surgery and at stage 3, they will most definitely do chemo to shrink the tumor before they even attempt surgery. And really, at stage 3 lung cancer, people, the people diagnosed to stage 3, the 5-year survival rate is only about 23%. And at stage 4, 40% of cases are diagnosed at stage 4. So 40% of your people diagnosed with lung cancer are already at stage 4. The 5-year survival rate on that is 10%. And at this stage, all they can do is they can do chemotherapy, which is what I did, to help shrink the tumors and keep them from spreading even more. And they have immunotherapy, the new Opdivo, which is, I'm hearing great. I'm starting on that. At stage 4 lung cancer, there's no chances of being dead at stage 4 lung cancer, with the way it metastasizes and the way it presents. All they can do is really just, try to keep you comfortable, try to ease the symptoms, try to keep it from, try to give you, more years with your loved ones, and with this small amount of symptoms from the drugs themselves. But there are a lot more drugs now than there were 5 years ago. Like the Avastin that I've been on for a year, it's really kept my tumors from some of the 2 of the tumors are gone, which they didn't expect. That the tumor in my breast is gone from doing the chemotherapy. And then just the Avastin every 3 weeks is just keeping it from getting out of hand. But even with those targeted therapies like Avastin, I have two more tumors that have developed, and so we're gonna, the way the doctor described it, he said when you're at stage 4, you kind of go through and you have little fires that you kind of have to put out. And, he's very optimistic that with the new drugs that have come out that people can live longer with stage 4.
He's like,